There you go.
Yeah, whatever.
You did it. Maybe I should just write by talking and then transcribe everything I say. I'm getting dangerously close to something I actually do for a living.
I have a buddy who actually takes like audio notes for himself, like even when we're hanging out.
Note to self: buy more weed.
Get back here as soon as possible.
I mean, you don't need to remind yourself to do that, do you?
You just have the weed fairy show up every weekend. I don't know how the weed culture works.
Yeah, you don't know how weed works. I understand.
Yeah. I imagine a person shows up in a fairy costume holding your weed.
Yeah, no, exactly right. Keep going.
And then they want to come in for pizza or something, and you're like, dude, you gave me my weed. I don't need anything from you.
They ask you always, would you like fries with that?
Yeah, exactly. And then they flutter away, and then you grind up the weed in a mortar and pestle, put it in a mix with some chamomile.
Yeah, you're right so far.
And top it off with some cinnamon for some spice.
Yep. I mean, the cinnamon's actually what gets you high.
That's true. And then you don't actually smoke it. You actually put it in a humidifier.
Yeah.
So you're like your tea weed mixture.
You just make it so it ambiently fills the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It becomes a weed room. That's where the term weed room comes from.
Yeah, the term weed room.
And then you and then when it's all gone, you watch a David Fincher movie. At least you saved. Hopefully, it worked. I'm too high. I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. This room is too full of weed for me to remember.
Our weed room.
Talk more about weed culture, Kelly.
Now, when you take the hot box out of the fireplace, does the whole family pass it around?
You are like a walking, talking Reefer Madness right now. This is so good.
I don't know what that is.
Reefer Madness is like a classic, like moral panic film of like the 1950s or 60s, I want to say, where like talking about like basically like a person like tries weed once and their entire life goes awry.
Oh my God, that reminds me. Fuck, I can't remember what the movie was called, but there's an equivalent of that, but for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no shit, yeah, because it was like that was also a satanic panic type thing at the time.
Fuck, what was that movie? If I can't remember it, I'm gonna put it up screen because that movie is available to purchase for like $5.
Yeah.
And so what it was, I can't remember if this is actually the story, but somebody wrote a comic that was anti-D&D about this girl who joins college and like is like all uptight and proper and religious, and then she gets into a D&D cult, and it like gives her magical powers, and she accidentally kills her friend or something. And then there were people that made it into a movie that played it, that wanted to play it straight based on the comics, but were like completely anti that. And you can buy it for like $10 online, and I would advise doing it because it's a great movie. It's so good.
I had parents of my friends who wouldn't let them come over to play D&D in my place because they thought it was satanic.
I mean, it is. Let's not.
Yes, in that it does presuppose a world where the Christian God doesn't exist.
Yeah, and I did sacrifice a lot of things when I played D&D as a kid. I think you need to go back to your wife. You typed in Valhalla, so the fact that you're in the same room is okay. Don't worry about it. Rush him. Did you do it? That almost looked like you accomplished. Maybe you didn't get enough running room. Fuck. I want to say it's like Dark Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon is not.
No, that's the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Fuck. It's a good movie. And then after you roll a d20, you snort a blunt. You're just good to go. That's how you end the night.
Oh, bless you, Kelly.
This music has gotten real ominous. Do you think your wife
could be in danger somehow?
Yeah. No. She's fine.
I mean, you put her in danger by letting her come on this. Like, I get it. Maybe it gets a little tiring having guys look after you when you're pregnant.
Go back the other way.
Oh, yeah?
Then to the left. Yeah, but I like that they never really acknowledge that. She just comes with.
That is kind of funny. Or, I mean, kind of cool, I should say.
Like, at one point, you rubbed her tummy and you were like, how are they doing in there, or whatever. But like never once is she like, I'm going on this mission. You're like, I don't think she should. What was that? Whoa. Oh, she was just chilling.
William, I'm in here.
I can see that.
Yeah.
William,
Thank you.
Jump into the transport pod there on the other side.
This
I've
one?
reprogrammed these to take us to the upper
Oh, is this going to be like the beginning of Fallout 4 where you watch your loved one get shot because you can't do anything?
Hope not.
Well, go into the transport pod on the other side.
Kind of a cheap move, honestly, for Fallout 4. It's hard to feel attached to somebody you met like 5 minutes ago.
Depends. If you spent a solid hour making their face and then they died, then you feel cheated.
That is true.
I love you, William.
Like you're holding your guns just straight up.
I mean, the purpose of
Oh
me.
no!
Oh!
We called it! Oh no, he's shooting you, not her. So you're in danger.
He's on top of you.
Shoot up! Hello!
Worst time to reload.
He opened you up like a canned tuna. Didn't even actually look like you took damage. I think that was a cinematic sequence.
Okay.
Now what? Oh, you gotta jump out? Can you jump out? There you go.
Okay.
Did she get away? Punch the blades.
I threw an axe at him.
I think you will. Wait, listen, destroy the big fan. Oh, yeah, so just shoot the fan. Go through the ventilation shaft. Pick up your axe.
There's another shaft on
There you
the
got
other
it.
side. You should be able to reach the Munin control center from there.
Alrighty.
I need you to go there and shut down
No
the
good weapons,
starboard
alright.
defense system.
Destroy that
Also,
starboard
making your way to the OE
defense.
main control center.
Well, at least this is a different area of the same level.
Yeah. I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'm excited. More gray. I really think that sequence where we went to a different tile set was really boring and dumb. They should always just have it on gray backgrounds. It's cool.
Damn, dude.
I think I mentioned this before, but this game should not have any combat. It should just be all crazy cutscenes. All BJ getting his head cut off.
cutscenes all the time.
Oops, just cutscenes. That's what there should be a difficulty that's just oops, all cutscenes.
I mean, it's not bad for. Have you ever actually played the cinematic focused version of Mass Effect 2 or 3?
No, because I was so good at it that
I
they only
know.
had me test the harder version.
You went pro in Mass Effect 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the esports league until I broke a pinky. Why do you ask?
I don't know. I just had a thought about it. I've always known that as an option of like, oh, we give you a very easy version of the game to play, but you get to just enjoy the story if that's your thing. But
Yeah, I don't
never
remember.
actually like played it that way.
I don't remember if it actually like makes you not have to fight, but I think it just makes the combat so trivial that
Yeah.
you just shoot in the general direction of an enemy and it's good to go. I mean, Mass 3 had good combat, so I
It did.
wouldn't see why you wouldn't want to play it.
I'm closing in on the
Arguably,
OE
Mass
center.
and
Let's meet
Mass
there once
Ant
you've disabled the
has
starboard
pretty good
defense system.
combat as well. It's just put into a bad game.
I kind of like that game still.
I know.
You know me. My most controversial opinions of 2017 were that I really liked Mass Effect Andromeda and I really didn't like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that made you a pariah amongst all gamers.
Yeah.
Not like you didn't have to offend any women or do anything sus to anybody. Just hate those two. Hate one game and like the other.
Oh yeah, they hated me more than those people.
Yeah. Pretty much caused all the trauma that those people.
Yeah, they
experienced.
blame me for people having to hear the N-word, even though I didn't say it.
Yeah, that bombing on Syria, all your fault.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't like one of those games and liked the other.
Yeah, exactly. I got ratioed.
All right, where's the commander?
Oh, the Oberkommando?
Yes, commander. Feel the commander. Doom, doom.
Do you like Imagine Dragons? Because I think they suck. I'm just gonna say right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can like them if that's your thing. I'm not trying to like.
No, I honestly don't know. Like I listened to, I think I listened to Thunder while watching the music video, and the music video turned me off because it was just a bunch of really bad dancers in weird costumes.
Doesn't it strike you that Thunder, like the way they put this on together, it's very similar to Thunderstruck by AC/DC. So but the intro is like Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Thunder.
But
There's
it's
a
like a
thunder.
much like weaker song. I'm just kind of sad that that's where rock music is at these days. Like,
Are they rock?
what else would you consider them?
Pop?
They're a band.
I thought they were pop.
I guess, but like...
I don't know. I think I liked Believer a little bit.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like Val, hat, le. You got your caps lock on, Billy. No, it's just one of those bands that the song will come on and it's not bad enough that I'll turn it off, I think.
Yeah.
Like when YouTube suggests the next song and it's Imagine Dragon, I'm like, yeah, why not? My favorite version of Thunder was when somebody took the scene from Ragnarok where Thor is doing his Raiden spins and added Thunder to that, and it was pretty good. You've seen Ragnarok at this point, right?
No, I've not actually.
Damn it!
Sorry, dude.
Damn it! There's a scene in it that I think you, of all people of our group, would appreciate because
I'm Norwegian. Is that why you're saying that?
yeah, and you're like, finally, he's filling in the role of Odin that Odin is left behind, and Thor is really supposed to take up his mantle. No, it's because he looks like Mortal Kombat.
Is Loki in Ragnarok?
Yeah, he's pretty important.
That's good. I like Loki a lot. So her e-post.
I didn't like, what was the dark world or whatever.
Oh, that sucked. Yeah. Do you remember the villains for that, which were like dark elves, but like it was just like a generic dark elf dude who was the villain?
That was weird.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you supposed to go now? Oh, I think you disabled the starboard. Exit.
Direct me. Exit the Munich Control Center.
Wait,
I'm
is it
maxed
to the
out.
door behind you?
Is there a door by me?
I don't know. To the right there? That kind of looks like a door. Right there? No. Looks like one of those push doors. There's no marker.
No marker.
Oh, exit the control center.
Here?
William, now that the
Um,
starboard defense
there you
system
go.
is shut down,
Now there's
you can
robots.
Go back out to the troop deployment hall and climb up to the deployment
My favorite
arm.
thing is that if you look at the
Climb outside the Odin
album,
control center.
oh, there you go. If you look at the posters for
Get here as fast as you
Thor 1, Thor the Dark World or whatever, and then Thor Ragnarok, it's like bad, edgy superhero thing where he's like standing in a red poster with his back half turned.
Mm-hmm.
Bad action flick where he's like holding his girlfriend and there's a bunch of shit behind him. And then the gayest poster I've ever seen where it's all of the characters in like a rainbow kaleidoscope. And I just think that's like the best way to interpret any of those three movies is just by looking at the posters. Because that Ragnarok's pretty dang gay and I love it. They go to like Jeff Goldblum's gay planet for gay gladiators, and everyone's just having a gay old time, and he's just the happiest man in the universe. That was a fun room you were just in.
Yeah, it was a lot of...
But it is a good sign that you're going in the right direction when there's Nazis.
That is true. That's what I gotta keep focused on, I guess.
I think you're full. You're all good.
No, I'm good. Means I only have to go out.
When it says you're maxed out, it doesn't mean that you're that big guy who doesn't like to punch people.
I'm maxed out!
Now that the starboard
That's
defense
my
system is
secret.
shut down,
I'm always
you can
maxed
go
out.
back out to the troop deployment hall and climb up the
Also
robotic
kind of a
deployment
retro...
arm.
Kind of a pretty dumb
Climb
part of...
outside the Odin main control center.
Because, like, what does that mean? That means that Bruce Banner is, like, he can transform at will, but he has trouble transforming back?
That version of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That version of Bruce Banner was more or less in control because he spent like half a year or whatever in isolation learning how to control it, and then he was thrown into the fucking Avengers where shit's happening all the time and they're expecting him to keep his cool. And then he kind of loses it at the end of Ultron.
I like in the Edward Norton Hulk where he like learns Brazilian jiu-jitsu and then like of course gets hit because that's what happens, and then he like gets angry each time he gets hit. It's like, why are you even in this class, dude? Like, you should probably
learn meditation.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a crossover because you don't know Marvel, right?
Not very well. Not as well as I know DC.
I wonder if there's a crossover ever where Bruce goes to the same place that Doctor Strange went to learn control over his body.
I feel like there must have been something there, but I don't really honestly know what happens to Hulk in the comics or where they're at in the comics now.
Yeah, he's either...
I wouldn't be surprised if like Bruce Banner isn't the Hulk anymore or something.
Oh, yeah. There's two possible outcomes. He's either very smart and can control the Hulk and talk and shit like that, or he's gone full Rage Hulk and can't do anything.
So much, whenever I try to get into Marvel comics, like, I think they're even more difficult in some ways to get into than the DC ones, because like, I tried picking up X-Men, and it's like, there was no familiar X-Men almost at all. Nightcrawler is now like a bunch of like little like gremlin characters that don't talk. Like there's multiple little tiny Nightcrawler babies.
All right.
And I don't get why or how that happens. There's a bunch of new like annoying new class kids that suck.
Do they at least have Cyclops dead?
I didn't see him.
Because that's all that I care about. That's the best lateral move or vertical move.
I like Cyclops, dude.
Ugh.
What's wrong with Cyclops?
He's such a chode.
He's a leader.
He's a chode.
He's the leader of the X-Men.
I don't want to be led by a chode. He gets cucked by Wolverine, and I think he deserves it.
Well, that is actually, I do like that love triangle. I'm going backwards.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to go the opposite direction. He's just like passive aggressive to a fault for someone who's supposed to be a calm leader. There's a bunch of shit. I would recommend, if anything, read the Cyclops arc.